Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Bridge to the Turnabout. Wow. Last time, we finished the first part of the trial. It was actually Edgeworth acting as defense, with Francisca on prosecution at his request, which is, we'll dissect it later. Larry was our witness for the second half of the trial, and he was not as problematic as he's ever been, but still causing us problems. He provided a sketch with some very weird details to it, mainly that there is a girl flying over the burning bridge. If you're watching and you have not played this before and you have not figured out what that means yet, have fun trying to figure that out. Otherwise, Like a Dragon Pirates has been announced. Whoa. Hi, Partial Bullet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But remember, I haven't played any of the Yakuza games except 7, and then I've seen part of 3. I only like Majima just as like a proxy because I know he's from Osaka and I just automatically, my bias. Yeah, so we're getting into the investigation for today. Yeah, I'll just let the game speak for itself. Oh, hospital. Oh! I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. He looks so good here, guys. Why is he kinda... you know? It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. Phoenix should turn down the brightness. I actually had the same thought. I was like, if you're in a room that dimly lit, you don't need your brightness up that high. Or at least put some blue blockers on, bestie. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. Hi, Maddie! Dahlia's design is excellent. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. Oh, I love a relationship built on trust so much, guys! It's been so long since front-facing Sprite Edgeworth. We've been in his POV. This song goes so hard. The nurse comes in. Okay, you need to take some rest now. Like, yeah. Taking this away. Curfew's on. Time to go to bed. Nobody does it like Phoenix does. Actually, that's a lie. Apollo Justice does it like Phoenix does. When I was writing the fic that I've been working on, I was like, man, Apollo Justice has had as many brushes with death as Phoenix, if not more. I'll have to put them side by side at some point. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian, in artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. This was me when I had COVID 2 years ago. I was like, 102 felt great because I was hovering around 104 for like 2.5 days until I got Paxlovid. and I was like, I could feel my brain burning. And it was July. This was me. That day 3 and the temperature started coming down and then it finally came down all the way. Like, God, that sucked. I don't want to go through that again. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichishito did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. That COVID fever was... Seriously, it was really scary. I'll talk more about it when I play Apollo Justice, though, because it's connected, weirdly. Didn't Phoenix risk his own life in all the trials in Spirit of Justice? Yeah. Yeah, he did. But Apollo... Spoilers, Apollo was there for the last one. But Apollo almost drowns twice in his life. There's several things. I can't remember them all now, but I was like thinking about it and I was like, Jesus Christ. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. Our client! Our client! You mean Iris, sir? Oh, you mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Yeah. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. That's right, Maya is still stuck over at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. The smug sprite where he's kind of like a little bashful, where he's like looking down, he's like, tee. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough ears, okay? Alright, I'm off. We have no weird girl right now. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Alright. Let's look at what we have. Prison Maya, okay. Because we haven't gotten Phoenix's... Yeah, having an assistant that looks into matters when you can't... They're a great team! They're a great team. I love them. They're a great team. Anyway. Okay, Mr. Faye. Okay, we received this. Okay, so then the rest of this is new for us. Is not the murder weapon. Those are fingerprints. Okay. 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 It's still called a horrible sketch. Nice. What do you say about Edgeworth? Aww. Okay. Can't they send a well, the reason they couldn't send a pilot over was because the winds coming up from the river were like too strong for the bridge. Hazakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line, and there aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini is the only one who uses this. I really wish I had brought my cell phone with me. Maya's 19, yeah, Francisca and Maya are the same age. Now it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusky bridge. That kidnapping incident happened here 11 years ago, so maybe it's cursed too. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, If my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. Yeah, she ages up every game. Isn't it crazy? It looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. But I can't see the inner temple from here. I really hope Maya's okay. Everyone's forgotten about Pearl. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. Looks like someone's taken the effort to write to Heavenly Hall on the signpost. Okay. Let's start here. I'm gonna say this is Larry. Come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here! The heroine in my book! It'll make you famous! Enough! Hey, girl, hey! Yeah, they all get age. They grow. Crazy, they get older. A fool's fool! Fool's fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree? Phoenix Wright. Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow. Your reflexes and mind need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want to grill me over a name? It never really sunk in since I'm so used to characters not aging in media. That's so interesting. I'm so used to characters aging in media. Other than, like, Pokemon, everybody grows up in all the media. I mean, like, Noragami, Attack on Titan, this, the Persona series. Yeah. Franzi, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Franzi's Whippity Whip Trip. Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. Youch. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you, whoosh, just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. A whippity whip trip? That sounds like the things I would find on a Sunday morning on the streets of Brooklyn. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Still not asked out my brother, have you? You can see the main hall from here. I wonder how the Ned Hun is... Let me try that again. English is hard. Scheiße. I wonder how the head nun is holding up. Oh wow, is that an inkling of human kindness I sense? Ow! Do you enjoy causing other people pain with that sharp tongue of yours? It's nothing compared to the pain you cause with that leathery whip of yours. Worsties-in-law, I love them. This is one impressive gate. Compared to the grandeur of the main gate at the Bon Commerce estate, it's but a pet door. It looks really idyllic with all that snow on it, don't you think? All that snow? Don't make me laugh. This is but a late dusting where I come from. You wasn't looking? I was looking, I legit thought she asked that. My head whipped up so fast. God, if only, dude. Don't make things up just because you'll think I'll never get to see it for myself. I'd love to know what that thing was used for on the night of the crime. Ha! Still thinking small, I see, Phoenix Wright. Or perhaps, not at all. That's why you will never defeat me. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't recall ever losing to you. It's time for us to settle this once and for all with one final showdown. Looks like she mentally blocked out my victories over her from her memory. She's just like me for real. She blocked out the trauma and no longer remembers. She's just like me. It's a quaint little bell tower. I never would have thought that something this horrible was about to happen when Iris rang the lights out bell that night. Alright, let's chitty chat, shall we? Actually, first, have you seen my badge? About this. Yeah! I refuse to help you, Phoenix Wright! I should have known better than to try. Will you say anything about Edgeworth? Okay, no, she won't say a damn word. Okay, that's fine. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now, he's gone from this world. Oh, that means he's dead. If Kat were to meet Cthulhu, you would gain your sanity back in a month from memory loss. Honestly, I'm down for that. Lately, I've noticed my short-term memory has been really bad. I think it's just because of stress and not sleeping well. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yeah, he was executed. I assume hanged. If this game is, you know, based on Japan, they still do hangings. Oh, the cops are coming. Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a— Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He told me that you refused to go on a date with him. Is that true? He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the sick! A foolish fool! Doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool! Well, why are you here? Hey girl, if you didn't know about Phoenix— Oh, there was a hiccup. Oh no. OBS, don't. Fucking— Yeah, I do see that there were frames dropped. Of course. It's been okay lately, but okay. Yeah, Franziska, why are you here? Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only. To pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know. Her little sister energy goes crazy. Like, for real, for real. On the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Do you have anything to say about Maya? Okay, you won't say anything. Okay. Like nothing at all? Like really nothing at all? What about this? Okay, you won't say anything. Okay, fine. It's a lot of fools. That was one long sigh. Yeah, for real. She's just like me. I have a note on my desk that, like, my desk is quite large, and so it's very, how do I say? It's very visible, the note, and it just says, sigh, because I find myself holding in air too much, and sometimes you just need to make a long sigh happen. Yeah, anyway. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Everyone is an idiot, except for me. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I left Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it, there's an acolyte stuck at the inner temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls? No one's told Phoenix about this? Do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? Yeah, for real, for real. Do you have any new dialogue with this? There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Psycho, okay, yeah, this is all new. Okay. Or this is all old. Wow, I'm losing it. Guys, I'm losing it. I'm genuinely kind of scared. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had just acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. You got an ADHD evaluation for that very reason? Oh, I hope it is a satisfying conclusion. Like, I don't wish ADHD upon you, but I do hope that it brings you to the conclusions that you need to, like, move forward in your life. I really need to get a further psychiatric examination. Because when I'm super stressed, my short-term memory goes bye-bye. And then when I have, like, a big trauma happen, long-term memory disappears. So, it's a problem. Uh-oh. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. You can say they. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear. Yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little bit more about the victim, Miss Elise Donim. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or bust size for that matter. Psyche locks. Dung, 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 dung. No. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Ms. Donem as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. Oh, we address all our visitors as mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Oh. Uh-oh. There they are. It seems Ms. Elise Donem was no ordinary visitor after all. Honey Pop? I don't really know anything about Honey Pop, to be honest. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Donem on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all got to be connected somehow. Okay. Phoenix is being a bit demanding for having one person to build a bridge. I mean, he's worried. He's always kind of like this. He's dramatic. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Pearls. She was with Ms. Donem on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? God willing, it did not. According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Oh, okay, you can ask them their measurements. I see. I knew it was kind of that kind of game, but I didn't know you could specifically do that. That's funny. Okay. Have you seen my badge? I was wondering about this. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, material girl. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Alright. How about this? This crystal sphere. It's not from a demon warding hood, but I guess it serves a similar purpose. If it's not from a hood, then I guess it really is from Miss Donem's staff. Look at the blood on it. Oh, poor Mystic Elise. Honestly, it's like the end of the world. It's not a good thing, that's for sure. To think people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art. It's pretty good. Huh? If that's the sort of standard you need for arts these days, I could be a pop diva. Sure. But what about the contents of the picture? What do you make of that? It's definitely the end of the world. Okay, you don't know. Immaterial girl. About this photograph. Ouch. Oh yes, those are our snowmobiles' tracks, all right. I'd know them anywhere. But there's only one set, which means the writer went out while it was still snowing and came back after it had stopped. That's really the only logical explanation, I suppose. Okay, you don't know. This, you don't know. Does she have anything to say about Edgeworth, I wonder? Ah, it's Mystic Elise's staff. The crystal sphere really is missing from it. But the sphere was found near Dusky Bridge, right? Yes, even though I'm sure Mystic Elise was in Hazakura Temple that entire evening. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me. Well, I mean, Iris could never do such a wicked thing. But they proved it in court today, didn't they? That this sword wasn't the murder weapon. That's what they were saying, yes. The problem is, I saw it too. I'm sure that what I saw was this blade stabbed into Miss Donem's body. I mean, that could be true. Anything to say about this? Okay, I don't care. Hey. You must be very happy to have such a fine mentor. That's really funny. I love her. Mentor? No, he's just a friend. Oh, you naughty devil. Always the Joker, aren't you? Oh, he seemed like a lovely young man. Like the kind you can always count. She has... Do you think that she has a Magatama? Do you think that she has a Magatama? And can see when people are lying? Like, do you think everyone here has a Magatama? Yeah. It's kind of depressing how much faith she has in him. You certainly have some unusual friends, don't you, Mr. Wright? Friends? No, she hates my guts. That fancy-pantsy painter is one thing, but whipping the judge is just bad form. Maddie, literally, Bikini, I know what you are. I mean, they all have a Magatama around their neck. Like, all the Fae Clan and, like, all the Kuraian people. But is it, like, charged? Because that was the whole thing in the second game, was, like, Pearl had to charge it with spiritual energy. So, are these all charged Magatamas with spiritual energy? Because, like, Iris doesn't have any spiritual power. You know? I don't know. Anyway. Well, do you think you could go drill that into her head for me? Please? What a disgraceful young man! You've finally seen through him, huh? How could he sit there and claim he really saw what he drew in that picture? Although, the portrait he did of me was rather flattering, I must say. Still, it's not like Larry to make something up that might get a woman he likes in trouble. There's more to that sketch of his than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna get from you. Let's go here. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around in this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now since Iris can't be here. There's the staff. Miss Donham's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? The Shichishito. It's there in Mystic Ami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Lie. Like a dog. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Hey, Greg! What's up? The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's my city. And that's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Donham was pushed from the top of the wall? That building up there is the main hall. It was where we were staying. It sits kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Donham was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. They get quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun. They're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. Is there nothing else for me to look at right now? Aw. It's okay. I know I can do stuff here later. Maybe I can't do anything right now. Bouquet. Moving we go. Hey, I'm gonna say gumshoe. Hey! Oh, what was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? Yeah! So this is where you've been, keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well, then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved with the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. It's been a while, Scruffy. Miss Von Karma! Aw. Besties. Sister. Please, leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to do. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow! That hurts, you know. Silent! I, Francisco Von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. Weird girl! She's our weird girl now. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Is there anything else? Okay, nothing I can do. I don't think I can do anything with her Psyche Lock yet, though. Yeah, I don't think I can yet. I'm thinking. Hold on. Let me look at my evidence. Oh, you know what? I know there's a very specific piece of evidence I know I need for hers, and we don't have it yet. Let's skedaddle. Skedaddle. We're so back. Yahoo! The whip just shows Francisca cares. In her own way. It didn't at first, but I think, yeah, in her own way. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced wow, English is hard. They must have commenced with the investigation.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
That voice! Yay, girl! Pearls!
Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick!
So you were here ever since that night?
I was so lonely. I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone.
She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. I am Francisco Von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. She's trying to be nice to Pearls, but Pearls does not like her ass.
You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year.
Well...
I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip.
I love this interaction! This is one of my favorite interactions in the entire trilogy. I'm not even kidding. This interaction is so indicative of Francisca's true colors. Like... How Francisca has changed over the last year. And like, is now putting up less of an act. She's still haughty. She's still haughty as fuck. But like, she's not as vindictive as she was the previous year. But Pearl is like, you fuck with Maya? You fuck with my cousin? I will never forgive you. And now Francisca's like, huh! Persona crossover, Pearl and Nanako would be best friends. That's the voice I try to give Pearl. I can't do the child voice as well now, but... yeah, 50 damage to Franny.
Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean! I'll never forgive you!
It looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. This is so compelling! This is so compelling. Lesbianism on Maya's attorney stream? It's more likely than you think. Sorry. You know what you signed up for. I am a lesbian. Yow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything.
Big bro! Daddy, I want it black!
I can't do it very well anymore. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya?
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself if Pearls told me she hated me either. Yeah, like a 9-year-old does not forgive you. That's crazy. There's nothing like when a child has a grudge against you for no reason. So if the child has a reason, that's even worse. And I work with kids, I know. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls?
I mistook my,
Hey, wait! Pearls! She just ran off. She's probably hungry. Ow. That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearls acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. I guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Yeah, there's a couple of things I noticed. Well, let's see what Fran has to say about this. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path. Phoenix Wright! Do you think this is how many siblings the Ned Hun... I did it again! I did it again! The head nun has. Why don't you ask her the next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. No, they get along, dude. You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It's an unusually long bridge, isn't it? I would say it's about 20 yards. I guess the gorge is too wide to cross with a piece of rope or wire, huh? Therefore, no one has crossed the gorge in either direction since the night of the murder. A simple yet sound deduction, wouldn't you say, Phoenix Wright? Phoenix Wright! What? And would you stop calling me by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? A port? Yes, that metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that's an anchor for one of the wires that's used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied up to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. I don't know, erosion's pretty powerful. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright. But I didn't say anything. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma. I seem to remember. Yeah. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. There's also snow on that post. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright. Somebody could have been using it to keep themselves warm as well. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. God, her little sister energy is so strong and powerful. The sign says Inner Temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to have, Phoenix Wright. Yeah, the anchor had a rope before. Well, that's what he was saying earlier, is that it was a post to connect the rope to the bridge. Don't worry, I noticed. Don't worry, I know where this is going. I remember this case very well. Also, this line here is so true. She looks really happy to have finally caught me on something. But she's right. She should say it. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and simply say, whatever? She's so... I love her. That's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? She just gleaned that from life. This must be the door that leads to the Inner Temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. Yes, there's a solitary room there called the Training Hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright. Yeah, you're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. Oh. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. Well, this looks like Vom. Can I be so real? This looks like... Can I be even realer? This looks like shite. She would be too proud to go to Phoenix's funeral. Very real. She would be mad. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix, right? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. This is what it looks like having IBSD. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy. What's the matter? This scroll. It's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes. There is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. The vibes are off in this place, for sure. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? What's chat's thoughts on gravy? Because I don't like gravy very much. Very few instances in which I enjoy gravy. This scroll shows a picture of Misty Faye, master of the Kurain channeling technique. But why would anyone cover it in gravy? I can't make out what's drawn on this scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. I'll come back to that elephant in the room. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix, right? Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Can we? Hold on. Guys. I know I keep making lesbian jokes about Francisca, but I really need us to dissect what just happened. She thought this is clothing this is a place where only women are. This has women's clothing, and then that means it might have women's underwear and stuff in it. And then Francisca rooted through it. She said, Phoenix, no, Phoenix. I do this. And then did it and was like, oh, all that's in here is acolyte clothing. What? Huh? Bro, what? I only put gravy on potatoes. Was it curry in the Japanese version? It was. It depends on the gravy. I like brown gravy and mashed potatoes or gravy cheese fries. Yeah, good gravy is decent. But canned gravy makes me want to bomb. For sure. Anyway, Francisca, what the fuck, dude? That's not... Like, okay. That's... Alright. Oh. OBS, what are we doing? OBS was like, achoo, and then dropped 100 frames for no reason. Oh my god. Crazy. Okay. Whatever. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I get gravy packets and make it. I don't buy canned gravy. Yeah, I don't know. I just am not a huge gravy person. There's very few instances where I'm like, this hits. I actually don't like gravy and potatoes very much. And I don't like biscuits and gravy. But like fries, like who said the fries? Yeah, the gravy cheese fries, that does hit a little different. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Oh, I think I know who this is. What took you so long? I thought even you'd managed to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. I'm fine. Prosecutor Godot! I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? I could ask you the same exact question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Ms. Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. He fell off a bridge. Phoenix is minimizing his own pain, as per usual! Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is my... Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Wippenberg. Go home. Phoenix, right! What are you hitting me for? You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? Ah! God! He's so compelling, dude. I remember when I first played this game, like this case, rather, and I figured out immediately what was going on. And I was so distraught. I, like, almost exactly, like, there was one part that I was like, I don't know how this happened, but this is who did it, this is blah, blah, blah. And then we got to a certain part of the investigation, and I was like, that's it. That was the key I was looking for. I know who did it, and I know why. And, like, everything. And I was so depressed when I figured it out. And I associate this song with that feeling of dread. Godot's snatched waist? Yeah, for real, for real. You know who else has a snatched waist? Jacopo Bersani. Okay, fine, what do you want? You had some important business, and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So, what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I have experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course. Being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. Yep. Partial bullet? Yep. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. Maddie, you have no idea. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing.
I'm sorry, but you say that you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened?
Why don't you ask him?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, trite. You. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about.
I think the only reason I figured it out so quickly was because of the order we played cases in. Oh, come on with those frame drops, really? What is happening? My internet is actually fine today. I did notice a couple of frame drops yesterday, but I think that was just the internet being the internet. But my internet's fine today. I don't know why. OBS, can you update soon, please? To fix that. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Goro was killed. I love that we know. Like, we, the audience, the player, we know. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, trite? Before you run away from me, can I Goro, would you mind taking a look at this? Huh. My eyes have a date with the horizon. They're flirting with the goals. I don't have any intention of aiding a defense attorney like you, trite.
But you must help him, even just a little.
Look who's talking.
I had no idea such a smooth refusal could make me so angry.
Man-hating lesbian. Okay, you won't say anything, alright. I know what you are. I know. Mr. Chow, people die and come back all the time. What's that from? It's good tension, baby. Earlier, you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? Hangover Part 2? I haven't even seen the first Hangover. They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing.
Missing?
As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge.
Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and...
I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place.
One? Where is that?
The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party is yet to explore.
So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh?
Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No!
Which means, trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with a search party right now?
You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, trite, Once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right. Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. Ugh. Dude, this case is good. Yeah, I know what it's about because there's a fic that is based around the idea of it. That goes crazy. It's an Ace Attorney fic. It's very funny. But I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of modern cinema or cinema at all, really. I don't really watch movies that often. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught, but that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you learned nothing, trite. You robbed her of her life. And now, you've led her sister to suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Get some bolt cutters on those chains, though. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would, let's just say the inner temple and sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well. Then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key? Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple. The accused. What? Iris. When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. Phoenix, you know what to do. Find some contradictions against the lock. Easy. So true. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock? I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Goro. How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. Compelling as fuck. Compelling as fuck. I love this game. It's compelling as fuck. So good. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. That's what everyone says. It looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Damn. I can't examine that any further, huh? Okay. Well. Let's skedaddle. Oh, hello? Hello? I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Is this Larry, maybe? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Oh, it's Gumshoe. Hi! Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. My brain, this is driving me nuts.
Is something troubling you, Scruffy?
Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting. A friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip.
So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide... Oops, typo. Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not?
How did you know that, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? Kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something?
So what's behind there, Scruffy?
Huh? Kind of garden, like garden. A garden? Yeah. Anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you, pal. You got me? I won't lie, that took me a second. That's really funny, though. Isn't it normally the other way around? Yeah. Well, see you later. I love this moment. So, shall we adjourn to this garden? They are worse season-law, but they turn to each other and go, so we're going in, right? No, I'm at your bud. That's such a good moment.
So, shall we adjourn to this garden? Phoenix, right?
Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. They're funny. Oh.
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is.
I love this background. Really reminds me of like Arashiyama in Kyoto, the big bamboo forest that you can walk through. Unfortunately, these days I have no interest in going because it is so just clogged with tourists in Kyoto in general. But back in the day, when I first lived in Japan, I remember going to Arashiyama in like mid-spring, or not mid-spring, mid-March or early spring. It was so beautiful. And it smells so good. The air just feels so different. Strange feeling. Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? Ah! What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here.
Don't you know, Scruffy? Avant Karma will always show up wherever there's a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here.
But... okay, let's examine first. There are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. It looks like they've been lit pretty recently.
Recently? How recent are we talking about?
As recent as the night of the murder. Maya was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think that these things were lit up at the time, I guess. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious.
It says, Maya.
Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood.
You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception.
Yes, sir. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's almost a perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally.
Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away all of the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy?
Huh? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay?
What is it?
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
Understood.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed, I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
That's it. Ah! Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what the reason could be. I remembered. And I unfortunately figured that out too fast. A little lantern, a little statue.
It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh. What is this huge bowl here for?
Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it?
Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken.
That's true. I wonder if this has any impact on the case. Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy.
Ah! Next time you're sleepy, you only need come to me. Got it?
There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, it belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise Donim.
Wow, her stuff is scattered everywhere, huh? Yeah. There was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Okay. Okay, Gumshoe, hi. Actually, you know, I need to, like, what did it... Okay. So how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working the place.
Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. It's a great way to stay awake, actually. Hurts, but effective. Yeah, I mean, like, really cold water also, how do you say it? It, like, calms your nerves. Like, your nervous system. It kind of shocks your nervous system into calming down. Which is really nice. Yeah.
That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir.
That stone lantern, and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct?
Oh, the whip. That's also very true, huh? I was too busy thinking about the cold water, because I do that. For anxiety sometimes. They look kind of fishy to me. You know, scientifically speaking. Oh, I miss Emma. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... It's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godo tell you yet? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal.
Edgeworth?
He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here.
We'll have to wait, since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Maybe something gay? No, I know what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. Maya. So these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse is it's the victim's blood. Huh? This is Ms. Donim's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down.
You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Let's hear it.
Really? Do tell.
Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down, bouncing off the ceiling, inside out.
Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Donim wrote these letters herself in her own blood.
You must be joking. That's impossible. From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Donim's murder. At least, that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What? So, Ms. Donim was killed here? Yeah, I mean... like, something of hers was found here too, dude. However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... S Club 7. Yeah. Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Ms. Von Karma?
Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no?
But wait a sec. The bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not?
How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out.
I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. That's true, because he wasn't even in the investigation, or he wasn't even in the trial. He didn't do a testimony. So he's been here the whole time. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. That thing must have been worn by the victim. There's no other way of looking at it. You mean because of the matching leather cord found around the victim's neck? Yeah, I bet it was one of those things she always wore. I've got this safe driving charm I've been wearing for over a year now. Yeah, I have an Oma Morty in my desk, actually, that I'm like too scared to take out because it's so cute and pretty. If I ever get into an accident, it guarantees it'll be the other guy's fault. He would use that because he got into that accident last year. Oh no. Oh no. Isn't it supposed to stop you from having an accident in the first place? Let's see. Do you have anything to say about this? This was found close to Dusky Bridge, wasn't it? That's what that artist guy said, yeah. Right after the defendant flew over the burning bridge. Oh god, you believe him, don't you? According to his testimony, she dropped it when she landed on the other side. But this crystal didn't belong to Iris.
The crystal had dropped out of Ms. Elise Donim's staff.
Edgeworth was already putting doubt on the original murder location. Yeah, that's right. He did say that in the trial. And there are traces of blood on it too. The real question is, what was it doing near the foot of Dusky Bridge? Well, her body was obviously moved, so it happened during transit, brother. Do you have anything to say about Edgeworth? I haven't seen Mr. Edgeworth for about a year. Talk about a long time. Do you know why he moved overseas? I don't know. Probably to look cool. Get his ass! Huh? There's a lot of weight attached to doing research overseas, you know. So, Gumshoe is spitting. Yeah. Once I've done my stint in Paris, you have to call me Monsieur Gumshoe. People really don't get Edgeworth, do they?
It's his own fault for not explaining anything about himself.
This is gold! This is such a good interaction. I have to save that. Yeah. What about Fran? Wow, what a beauty, huh?
Yeah. What was that long pause for, Scruffy?
That's a real nice brooch she's got, too. Gumshoe needs to learn to give compliments faster than Francisca gives lashes. I studied at Yale. Ew. Fuck Yale. I don't think Edgeworth understands Edgeworth. Greg, that's the most true thing you've ever said. That's the truest thing anyone's ever said in this chat, in fact. Edgeworth does not understand Edgeworth. And that's real and true. That's real and true. Yeah. Congratulations. That's getting pinned. I don't pin messages very often, but that one's so real. It seems you have a visitor. Oh.
Mr. Wright?
Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godo managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him. We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault. Someone so important he was locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later?
All right. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Him and his feelings. Yeah. He needs therapy really bad. Wait, Edgeworth. I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth! If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? But it's Maya!
Mr. Wright, all that matters is Mystic Maya is rescued, correct?
Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. Don't worry, we will show our badge to Edgeworth later. We will. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. God, get your shit together! He's trying to pretend. Dude, yeah, this investigation portion, like this one and then what we'll do on the next Ace Attorney stream, make me crazy. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? God, don't even get me started, dude. Don't even get me started. Alright. I know how to break you. I have the thing I need. We found Pearl. I mean, she ran off, but she's alive. She probably just went back here. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing? From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Is she talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that all this has happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Because there's only one other she's the only other lesbian here, Bikini. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Oh, yes. You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who have said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew.
Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright?
Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psyche locks of hers. Yeah, I have the evidence for it now. I was waiting for that last little piece. I don't think there's anything new. Okay, yeah. Alright. LFG. Sister Bikini. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Ms. Elise Donem had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was just an author. Just an author. Picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Donem's true identity. Ms. Donem had this charm with her at all times. Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then... Oh, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? Oh, what could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops! This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Donem really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Donem's true identity. Is it this, maybe? Yeah. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman with the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of Kurain. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. Oh. What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty! Damn. God, rest in peace, MILF. Ah, oh, Misty Fey, you're so complex. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. Maya was just a baby. She was just 2. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Kurain talisman? It's the symbol of the master of Kurain. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death. So Elise Donem really was Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. Oh, what happened? Well... Uh-oh. What's happening? It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall! It might very well cave in! What? Maya! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. We've got to hurry to the inner temple and... Right. What are you doing here? Earthquake ends, thinks of Edgeworth straight away. That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! Makes me crazy! Makes me crazy! Right then, I had the worst feeling. Ew, no. Ew. How could I have? How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? I'm fine. She whipped them both. Earlier. She whipped Edgeworth and then she whipped Phoenix. That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Frames, don't you dare drop during this drama. No. I'll take it again. I can't believe I let it happen. Right. The inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. We need to get a manhunt underway now, and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright. Let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? The drama! The drama, guys. The drama. Head and hands. The way Phoenix always talks to Edgeworth in this case is so endearing. What happened in the hospital? Shu Takumi, when I catch you, you're telling me what happened in the hospital. Actually, you know what? I don't even care. Who cares? Who cares? Because canon dictates nothing. Canon dictates nothing to me. I don't even need them to be canon to enjoy it. That's the good part. Anyway, Oh my god. I don't know if there will be a stream on Thursday. I will let you all know. I should find out tomorrow if there will be one or not. Probably, but I don't know. Probably, but I don't know. If it happens, I might actually do it sooner in the day. That's a possibility too. I don't think the next part of the thing is that long. But I will want all of the extra dialogue. We're almost done with this fucking game, by the way. I don't know if y'all realized, but we're almost done with this game. And that means we're going to move on to Apollo Justice, and I'm going to be really not normal. Could that be the entrance to the underworld Izanagi sealed away? That's a really good reference. You know, I've actually considered that before too. I don't know if that was the intent, but that is like such a similar like reference that I'm not surprised you also thought of it, because I feel like we are not the only people who have thought of that either, right? But anyway, yeah, oh my god. I'm really excited to get to the end of this, but I know I'm gonna get emo. Basically, so what I'm looking at here is, let's see, I'm looking at schedule. I actually don't think, hold on. This is the last full week of September, so that starts, okay. There will probably be a stream on Thursday. So that's the end of this investigation, the trial. So we'll probably start Apollo Justice the first full week of October, which is crazy. I won't be normal about it. I won't be normal about it. Considering how hard I cried writing fic about those fuckers the other day, I will not be normal. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Wow, you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Sorry, I just looked at Greg's comment that I pinned again. It made me laugh. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Please wear a mask. It's bad out there. I do not want that. I don't want any diseases. I don't want any diseases. I already have chronic illness. I don't need more. No one wants that. Even a surgical mask is helpful. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you when I see you. Oh my goodness. I need to lie down. I need to lie down.